Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video Addicts. Let me give you a preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is a video out of Mexico that shows a UFO splitting into several orbs. Let's see, I have this video out of Germany of a UFO. This is a news clip about the long cylindrical UFO that was recently reported flying over American Airlines, and the FBI actually confirmed it. But this is a news story about some sightings, and they're trying to debunk them. Let's see. This is a video of some kind of orb following the contrails of a plane. And this is an audio recording. It's not the best audio recording, but it's 43 minutes long, but it's about a UFO incident at Edwards Air Force Base in 1965. Let's see. I also have this video here of a probe, the Hayabusa, landing on an asteroid. Actually, I think this is just an animation. I don't think this is this is animation created from Cam. This is a news report about the Phoenix Lights, and then there's some other videos in here too about UFO sightings. And let's see, and then last is this article about a CIA document that revealed some Russian pilots who got sick and then died by a UFO when they encountered a UFO. So we'll look at that. Anyways, let me go to this first video here. Let me go full screen in here. Wow, this guy's doing some really good camera work here.
Perdón por tanto movimiento, pero no tengo tripié esta vez.
Oh, look at that. Again, I just posted a video the other day of a probe spitting out some objects. There was one in the at nighttime doing this, and again, this is probably, I'd say I'd seen more than 10 videos like this, and these are not skydivers. Man, I don't know how anyone could convince themselves that these are skydivers even at nighttime.
Ahora son muchos.
Anyways, this is a 6-minute video, and that's essentially what's going on. But if you want to watch more, I'll leave a link in the description. Let's see, this is a UFO out of Germany. Unfortunately, I can't make this screen any bigger. Well, actually, no, this is in Colombia. This is from a German Instagram page, but this is in Colombia.
UFO is moving.
Well, that's that. I'll leave a link in the description. Let me go on to the next one. FBI confirms reports of long cylindrical UFO moving really fast over New Mexico. This is from March 1st. Let's see. Let me go full screen here.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. It sounds less ridiculous after the Pentagon released classified video earlier this year of Navy jet fighters chasing down an object of unknown origin, moving faster than any known aircraft in ways that seem to defy the laws of physics.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots to the west. Look at that thing, dude.
The Pentagon recently announcing a task force to detect, analyze, and catalog what they now call unidentified aerial phenomena that could potentially pose a threat to U.S. national security.
They're all over the place, I think. You know, you just never really know what you're
Wait, we saw one the other night.
These cliffs are also the perfect scouting location for what may be the most common UFO sighting in Minnesota.
I saw a huge thing of lights in the sky.
A story I first covered 25 years ago. A gigantic and menacing circular object in the night sky, hovering above the western suburbs.
And it was weird. You know, I mean, I can't explain it. I took pictures of it, and,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, that's that.
At first, but when I saw it, I had to look twice.
We might not be too far from Mystic Lake Casino.
Come to find out, this is a close encounter of the casino kind. The teepee lights from Mystic Lake Casino reflecting off the clouds.
Again, you know, this is so amazing how these guys try to explain. If these people live in the area, I'm sure they see those lights, you know, anytime they're out at nighttime, so they would know exactly where those lights are. If they see something that is out of the ordinary, that would catch their attention. But you know, again, this is more fodder for the sheep brains, you know, who will just accept any explanation, you know, regardless of how ridiculous it is. But anyways, let me go on to the next video here. This is California. White object appears to follow jet's vapor trail. Let's see, let me go back to about here. You know, I remember as a little kid, or even now, when I see some planes and I watch a contrail, you know, as the plane moves along the sky, there's a contrail following behind it. But as the plane moves, that contrail is disappearing, and then, you know, and sometimes the length of the contrail or the speed of it dissipating varies. Like, I'm sure depending on the atmospheric conditions. But when you have contrails that just stay in the air, they're called chemtrails. And I don't understand how people don't understand the difference. There's a definitely difference between contrails and chemtrails. Well, anyways, let me go on to the next video here. Yeah, this video, it's all audio. It's 43 minutes long. It's not the best. You're most likely going to have to you know, listen to this video on your computer or your phone or whatever, because it might not come across. But I'm going to play just a little bit of it here.
Okay, well, I still see a red light occasionally out of one of them. Where are they from that big bright one? Beneath them and just a little bit south. And there's three of them almost in a straight line. Almost horizontal. I see. I still see a red light occasionally from those, but not from the big one. Yeah. Many times, boys, been observing this.
It's really hard to understand what they're saying, so it's probably best if you were to listen to this on your own computer or phone. So let me just go on to the next video here. Now, you know, this video, I'm going to actually play it in double speed. Someone in the description suggested you watch it at 2 times the speed, so I'm going to do that because, yeah, it just seems more real this way. And that was it. It was just a touch and go. You know what I find very interesting, if this is an asteroid that's moving through space, I think it's moving at a couple thousand miles an hour, I'm assuming. I could be wrong on that, but I always thought that asteroids were moving really, really fast through space. And if that's the case, and this asteroid doesn't have an atmosphere, what is keeping all of this loose rubble onto the asteroid? You know, I figured if it's moving that fast, yeah, wouldn't anything loose like be blown off based on the speed of the asteroid moving through? You know, I mean, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe because it doesn't have an atmosphere, the rocks stick to it. I don't know. Maybe someone could explain that to me in the comments. But anyways, let me go on to this next video here. This is a unique footage from right after the Phoenix event in 1997 when the media started to report about it. Let's check this out here. Yeah, you can definitely see that's pretty huge.
Strange lights over Phoenix. Is this a solid craft or merely lights in an empty sky? What could be the conclusive evidence is now mysteriously missing. Richard Curtis claims his home video is proof that this sighting was a huge flying craft, and he claims his video shows a solid object in the sky passing over his home.
I saw the bottom of it as it went over the top of Phoenix. The lights of Phoenix lit up the bottom part of it, and it blocked out the clouds and the stars.
Curtis calls Phoenix Councilwoman Barwood to show her the footage.
He had it on these two videotapes, and he asked me if I would like them. So I said, of course I would. Could he give me copies of them? And he said that he would, and I told him how to get them to my office and to mark them personal and confidential.
But before Curtis can send Barwood the videotapes, he's paid a visit by two mysterious men in black.
They were all dressed in black suits, and they had the black hats, and sunglasses. And they asked me if I had tapes for City Councilwoman Barwood. And I said, yeah, they're laying right here. And they said, well, we just stopped by to pick them up. I said, oh, great. And I just handed it to them.
I didn't get them, and I have no idea who these two men were since I have just females working in my office. So it's just absolutely puzzling to me.
Did the tapes ever exist? And if so, were they proof of more than lights in the sky? And who were the mysterious men in black that allegedly took them?
I think somebody either listened in on a phone call and wanted them tapes.
I can't explain it. It's just kind of eerie.
The mystery continues.
You know what confuses me is they never clarify whether or not that guy gave him the original tapes or the copy of the tapes. They imply that he gave him the original tapes, but I just couldn't imagine why, someone would do that. You'd only why would you give someone the original and then keep a copy? That doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, the link to this will be in the description. Now let me go to this last document here. It says the CIA document reveals UFO encounter caused sickness and death to Russian pilots. A recently released CIA document reveals that the death of one Russian pilot and a debilitating illness of another was the result of a close encounter with a UFO. Soviet aircraft reported seeing a large flying disc in their vicinity with 5 beams of light emanating from it. 3 beams were directed towards the ground and 2 were projected upward when the object was first sighted. The ground controller instructed one of the planes to alter its course and approach the object, at which point the disc flew to the same level and aimed one of its beams at the approaching Soviet plane, illuminating the cockpit. Listratov cited the pilot's log as stating, "At this time, the co-pilot was at the controls. He observed the maneuver that the object had just carried out and was able to raise his hand to shield himself from the unbearable light. The aircraft commander was resting in the adjoining seat, and a bright ray of light projected a spot with a diameter of 20 centimeters passed across his body. both pilots felt heat. According to Listratov, the aircraft commander and his co-pilot both became invalids shortly after the incident. The co-pilot was forced to leave his job due to a sudden deterioration in his health, including the onset of sudden prolonged periods of loss of consciousness. The aircraft commander died within a few months. The cause of death was listed as cancer, and injury to the organism as a result of radiation from an unidentified flying object was listed as a contributing factor on the official medical recorded in the hospital where the commander died, according to Listratov. So here are copies of the documents. My eyes aren't really good enough to read these tiny print, but then, let's see. Hostile acts by UFOs are underreported, but they do occur, which makes one wonder why this phenomenon is considered by many not to be at least a potential threat. Yeah, that's because it's obvious now, that there were people within the government that decided to hide this from us, to keep this from us. These events have been going on for a very long time. It's obvious that people at the highest levels of our government have been responding to this, have been researching it, and have decided to keep it a secret from us. But, and for whatever reason, it's all coming out now. So, I don't understand. I don't know what's going to happen within the 180 days thing. But, to all the people who are still crying about disclosure, this is called disclosure right here. And I've said it before, big D disclosure is never going to happen because there's too many legal implications. Whole bunch of lawsuits will start being filed by people who had their careers ruined when they actually reported seeing something real. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. If you like things like this, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'll have more things like this. Take care.